Hi, welcome to my Weebly portfolio. I had a lot of fun putting it together. Let's get started just because I only have 5 minutes. This is me. I'm currently pursuing a degree in elementary education. I would love to teach kindergarten or first grade once I graduate, but I also kind of want to get credentialed to teach physical education if that is an opportunity for me. Because I want to teach such little kiddos, most of my documents up here. My examples are for kids that are probably under like the age of 7. For example, my lesson plan, we learned to count through 20, giving them terms such as giving and taking. They learned parts of an equation, adding and subtracting within 20, and how to solve word problems. This is a 25-minute lesson, give or take. I kind of go into that a little bit more with my PowerPoint because they go together. But here is my little Excel assignment we did at the beginning of the year, semester, I guess. Here was just that playground page. I did a fake grade book. Here's my conference schedule. I have each hour blocked out by a different color just so that I'm familiar with how my day is going, where I'm at. I have them confirmed, color-coded if I've confirmed that they're coming or not, and I blocked out a little lunch break for me. Here's my curriculum breakdown. Obviously, test scores are going to be what is the majority of their grade, but as you can see in the pie chart, it is less than half of their grade. So if they're not doing great on tests, they can make it up in other areas. That was something that was really important to me. And then my grade breakdown, I did quarterly, just because most elementary schools use quarters versus semesters like high schools and colleges. For my PowerPoint, again, it goes back to my lesson plan Word document for counting and adding and subtracting. This is my table of contents. We had a vocab practice, review, check-in, and extra resources. Here's my vocab page, taking from, putting together, comparing, breaking apart, things like that. This is our practice. We played a little game with animal cards. Our quick review, we're going to be seeing whether taking away is adding, subtracting, or analyze, breaking down is adding, subtracting, or analyze, and so forth. A quick brain break, I want to know where they're at. If they get it, thumbs up. If they don't, thumbs down. If they kind of get it, thumbs in the middle. And then a short video that we would watch about adding and subtracting. Here is my Webquest. I had a lot of fun putting this together. I kind of took it in a different direction. I was not able to attach any images for some reason. It wouldn't let me, like it wouldn't hold any of them. So that's why there aren't any pictures for the Webquest. Introduction. For this Webquest, they are they're researchers for the Forest Research Incorporated. I kind of give them a little bit of background. They've been doing this for years. They look at what animals do, if they're predator or prey, where they fall in the food chain. And then I explain that that's what they're going to be doing for this web quest. For their tasks, I did a quick overview. For this quest, you are a science researcher for Forest Research Incorporated. Your job is to choose an animal that lives in the forest and determine if they are a predator or prey based on their roles in the food chain. To do this, you need to complete a few tasks. You will first need to determine if your animal is the animal you choose is a consumer, producer, or decomposer. Next, you need to design a food chain that shows what your animal eats, and if anyone eats them, it may be helpful to expand your food chain to include what your animal's food eats. Finally, we'll present your findings. So I did give them just a few options of what they could choose. I did tell them they couldn't be ocean animals just because I didn't want to have to pull research or resources for so many animals. And their process breaks down a little bit what their tasks look like. For task 1, they're getting started. They're just choosing an animal. For task 2, they need to answer these questions with their resources I provided down here. Some of them are questions, some of them are videos, some of them are, magazine links. And then for their third task, they need to build a small food chain, and for their fourth task, they need to write a 5-sentence paragraph arguing that the animal is either a predator or prey. For their evaluation, because this is roughly for third graders, fourth graders, it's a lot on the actual content versus completion. I do have a completion area, but it's also based on their research, their concluding paragraph, and the effort that they actually put into it. It's out of 30 points. And in their conclusion, I had them taking a look at what they actually learned. They're answering these questions. Well, they're giving me a reflection using these questions as a guide. They don't necessarily have to answer these questions, but I would like them to. They pretty much go over what they learned and what their favorite part was. And then if we want to head back to my Weebly, another example of technology that we've used this semester was Google Classroom. I wasn't able to link it. I think part of that is that I would need to share it for people to get access. So I added some screenshots of the page that I put together. And that is the end of my portfolio. I hope you enjoyed.